Hello and welcome to Nomeregard's journey. Today we're here in Shadow Valley, and we're gonna try to knock out the Mercenary quest for this zone. Some of them start here with this guy right here, and he says, "Hail and welcome to our meager camp. We hope to be moving along as soon as the attacks diminish." Attacks, you say? We have been under siege from creatures for some time. We have found that our mere presence enrages these monsters. What monsters? The beetles, the lurkers, the terrors would be the most pressing at this time. What beetles? What lurkers? And what terrors? Alright, so we got 3 quests from him. And he says, the gloaming beetles can be found mostly in the ravines and the low areas. They are nasty pests and attack us whenever we are getting too close. We have found that their meat isn't bad, burnt and covered in spice. Bring back some of their meat and I'll find something to reward you with. The fogfall lurkers can be found chewing on the sediments in the ravines near the base of the cliffs. They have a nasty venom, but we found it's a great meat tenderizer. It adds a nice kick of spice. Bring back some venom sacks, we'll reward you. Let's see here. There are troves of dangerous trees in the southwest of here. Kill the blackened terrors and harvest their limbs. If you bring them back, I shall rustle up some form of reward for you. Alright, we got his quest, and some more come over from this lady right here. Let's hail her. Peers at you with narrow eyes. Watch where you step. This land is treacherous. The shadows themselves will try to devour all that wander here. Devour me? Yes, it seems the inhabitants of this land don't appreciate visitors. They attack at all times from all directions. What? Raises an axe. They attack from the crevices in the ground and from the tops of the cliffs. Ground. Alright, we got chasing shadows and cliffs. So ravens. So she says, they are persistent in trying to reclaim the space, and the evasive pests will need to be destroyed. Kill a few and you'll be rewarded. She looks at the sky and then back at you. The winged creatures like to strike with little to no warning. The shadow ravens are glooming, and glooming bats like to shriek right before a cloud your vision. And then there are the gargoyles who perch high up on the cliffs guarding the passages. Ravens, you say? The shadow ravens and bats can be found flying high above our head. They tend to guard passes and high places. They are territorial and do not suffer trespassers. Gargoyles, you say? They are wandering gargoyles perched high on the cliffs. They patrol and attack outsiders who attempt to pass them. If you will kill a few of them, you'll make it easier to travel. Alright, I think we got them all right there. Let's go here to Terra of Luckland, quests, Mercenary of Shadow Valley. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6. There we go. That's all the quests. Let's invis back up because this place is treacherous. I haven't done any high level content in a long time, so I'm hoping to not be too rusty. But here are some shadows. We need to kill those, I think. And I'm looting all these collectibles to try to finish that out also. Alright, what do we need to kill first? So let's go down over here. Drop down here. Drop down here. Go back to the beginning of the zone over here. And this is where the kind of the beetles are. And some other stuff. So there is a beetle right there. Let's con him. So he's 117. So let's go ahead and pull him, I think. Let's try this here. I don't know how this is gonna go. Mercenary is not on I don't know if these summon, so we'll have to test that here in a second. Proclamation. Alright, looks like he's healing him now. And I think in previous videos, I did not have promised healing blocked, which could have been a part of the issue I've been having with the pet not being able to tank and the mercenary not healing him. Truth be told. So I'm not 100% sure, but I recently just blocked it on, I think it was like 3 or 4 episodes ago, when I noticed it was a buff on me. Because it looks like he's not having too big of an issue right now killing this mob. But obviously these things have a ton of hit points and whatnot. And I'm not even casting all my spells at the moment. I think I'm missing a rank or two. They added some new AAs, I think, recently. I've been playing other characters, playing the low-level game, stuff like that. I just haven't been too concerned with this stuff. But, yeah, there we go. Let's kind of help him out. Obviously, this thing has a bunch of hit points. I wish I had my long parser on right now, so I could see what's going on. Did I double cast the same one? Let's see if we... Alright, we do have Proclamation already procced. I didn't notice that. There we go. That's working now. So let's get our long-lasting ones. They're wearing off now. Disease and stuff. You can see this is quite a kill. I don't think I'm missing anything. There we go. Perfect. Let's go ahead and companion back on the pet. I think I have all my buffs. Gift of Magic. Proclamation procced. Perfect. Truly perfect. How much experience is this gonna give? Because it should give a lot. Let's see here, 1.5. Not bad. Long kill. Long kill. So chunks of gloaming meat, contagious. Yeah, that is not the quest item. Alright. See here, let's see if we can get another beetle. There's another one. Let's pull him back over here. Not too close to those lurker things over there though. So I'm going to go twin cast and start doubling up dots on him. I need a death bloom. This will just make him die slightly faster, since Proclamation was already up. There we go. Aegis, I gotta heal the pet because he's taking a little damage. Let's get disease on here real quick. I'm thinking about dropping the 2 diseases and falling back to the Claws of Ishan combined disease dot, and then picking up the other fire dot that I don't have memorized right now. I think that would be probably more beneficial to me. Gotta heal pet for some reason. Doesn't look like the there we go. Got that, he's good. Lost all our dots on him. get these recast. There we go. So what I'm gonna do after this one, I'm gonna go find the next mob. So the fog lurkers, they're right over there. We're gonna try to split one of those away. There's 2 of them right there. And I'm just gonna kill like 1 or 2 of each of these, and then I'm gonna be farming experience here for the next little bit. Then deal with finishing it up after that. I don't think I'll do all all whatever, how many mobs this is. What's 28, 29, 30, 32, 36, 40 mobs, if I'm looking at that right. All right, this one's dead. Perfect. There we go. We got another AA point, along with another almost 50% of the level. And there's the chunk of meat that we need for that quest, right? So that's good. So we'll set that over there. So let's go ahead and what kind of room do we got over here? That's the raid mob. All right, so let's put him on passive. Are these like very weak? No. Can't get that lucky. All right, let's get some mana, and then we'll kill these little lurkers right here. Alrighty, massive multi-day cut here. I have actually loaded up my mage and my bard. I've been kind of experimenting with this. I wanted to finish this off with them in tow. So what I have is a 120 bard and a 120 mage. What we're going to do is try to take out the rest of this these quests with them. I've been experimenting slightly. I'm not getting the best DPS out of the mage that I would like right now, but it's still a work in progress. I have 2 healer mercs, Earth Pet, and the bard is just singing songs right now. I haven't done anything with that, but I was kind of getting bored just playing the one character plus having like these kill times of massive proportions. So definitely gonna try trioing for a little bit. So let me see how it goes. And so far, like I was in Maiden's Eye practicing this setup, and for the most part, it's been working fairly well. The only downside is I can't click the mage fast enough on some cases. So it's just a matter of getting all the spells on. And I can still play the focus of the Necromancer, right? That's kind of where I wanted to stay with this. I may switch the bard to my druid, just because I don't know if I'm getting the real benefit of the bard right now. Obviously, I have all of the songs going that a bard can provide for a necromancer and a mage, but I don't know how useful that is. There we go. And literally, all she does is that, and she's still in COV armor, so kind of there. All right. Put her on a mount. I kind of camp this spot right here, I think, for right now. So we got shades over there. I don't know if we had to kill shades for any of this. And we got a swarm of darkness over here. Let's pull that. And I can't revive that, can I? Yeah, I was trying out the Mercenary tank, and the Mercenary tank was doing really well in Maiden's Eye. But on the mob right before I started recording, she was like instantly gibbed by some kind of stone mob, whereas my pet was able to tank it. And currently I'm not slowing, and that's one of the things. Like I could bring in my swap out the bard for a shaman, which would then give me the ability to slow, and it would work really well with the ADPS that you can get with the pets here, right? Because if I do, so if I like do this, right, I have my skeletons out, the mage should drop out her what you call it here. There we go. She should drop hers, and then if I hit like one of the composite roars or something like that on the shaman, then they would all be able to proc, and it might be beneficial, but I don't know how well that would go. And right now, my pet is tanking 100%, and let me turn taunt on this earth elemental. They should be ping-ponging is what I'm trying to go for. I've blocked promise and elixir-based healing, I believe, on the 2 healer mercs. And that should do that. But I have her just nuking, stuff like that. It seems to be working pretty well. I was getting about 450, 500k DPS on me, and about 200k DPS on her. And then the bard, obviously nothing. So it's just a mild, just really experimenting, and I didn't really want to. Like, this is a lengthy, a lengthy quest, right? It's a lot of mobs to kill and stuff like that. And obviously, I could swap like my Necromancer, or my Shadow Knight and Shaman with a Necromancer and have a trio there. It would be fairly formidable to do a lot of this stuff, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to go that route. I like playing from Nomeregard for the most part, and if I go that route, I'd be playing from the Shadow Knight 100% of the time. And I would get a lot less DPS on the Necromancer because I wouldn't be able to do what I do, right? I'm keyboard progression my spell lineup here, right? I started 1 to pull, and then I go 2, 3, all the way 4, and the way I have everything set up, and that's kind of like the that is kind of how the duration of all these spells last, right? So it's just a matter of doing that, and it works out pretty well. I think for like one whole cast, I redo this the first 4, and then I have to redo the back 4. So it works out pretty well. I don't have the final what you call it, focus AA for whatever this last one is. I just recently put that in. Neglected. There we go. Shadow Remembrance of Death. All right, I'll take it. Collectible item. All right, let's see here. There's a bat. Let's go ahead and grab him. I could have swore I snared him, right? He must be bugged or something. Alright. So that is the zone entrance down there. Let's see what we got over here. Probably not a very good pulling location. So what I'm gonna do, I need to stop. I don't have a stop song macro for her. I'll stop that. Pet is on G hold. So I'm going to pestilence that guy. I'm going to pull that guy. And then once he gets in range, I'm going to feign death while the pets take it. There we go. And then death's effigy should get rid of the other one. Don't know why it didn't, truth be told, but there we go. If it comes, it comes. We should be fine, truth be told. Let's get her singing again. Overall, it's been a pretty pleasant experience doing with the Earth Elemental pet. It seems to be better. She does not have the same focus as me. She has a COV tier 3, whereas I have the TOL tier 3 group focus. I don't know. I can't remember what the difference is off the top of my head. I'd have to look here in a second to see, but I think it's like one rank of enhanced minion between the two. Nothing too fancy. But the Earth Elemental is fairly stout, and then having two, I'm using two healer mercs, is really beneficial to this whole thing here. And I'm just trying to get Proclamation of Blood to work. And I don't know if that root is worn off yet. There we go. He's dead. So root is still on this one. Oh, my pet had my mercenary had healed me at some point. So let's where can I do? Where did I put it? Fading memories, revive. Cheesery. Absolute cheesery. So, how long does this last? 23 more seconds? Why don't you eradicate? It didn't dispel it. But he should be on us here in just a second. And then we'll pull that back. Raven. Come on. 1 second. There we go. Got him. Now you can watch Netanya right here is the tank merc. So, and the Bard is set as the tank because she owns it, right? And you can kind of see how far out she went out and assisted, which is totally detrimental. That is not what I want. I was able to kind of trick it a little bit in Maiden's Eye, but as you can see, she is getting just absolutely chunked down. She's already dead. And that was with, 120 cleric buffs, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this way, and I'm going to pestilence him in. Which didn't really move him very far, but yeah, definitely not worth having the tank merc at this point. I just don't know how I could get her to stay up longer in a fight. And that's with both healer mercs. We're chain healing her. If you watch the chat right there, you can see everything they're doing. But yeah. The tank merc is just absolutely worthless at this point. Even with I've tried with full what is it called? Full buffs, like from Plane of Knowledge, right? I buffed her with everything I could possibly buff. I logged on all my characters, sat them there, got the ranger buffs. It still wasn't nowhere near as well as a Earth Elemental or my hell, even my Spectre. And this is the 120 Spectre pet. He doesn't have any armor or anything. The mage pet is fully geared out, but I didn't gear out the necro pet yet due to some chest testing I was doing. So definitely an interesting experience here, but so do these count for these ground shadow things? There we go. Just more or less. Yeah, it does. So I'm probably gonna switch the tank merc to like a wizard merc or something like that. Anything else would be probably worthless. A third healer merc with a maybe if I brought in my 120 beast lord, made a full pet group. Now that would be an interesting group I might try out. And I really don't like how far out that one is either. That's the mage pet. Brought it in just a little bit, but obviously multi-boxing it like this, I do lose a lot of DPS versus playing alone. But the way I'm playing it, I am playing, I'm trying to focus 100% on Nomeregard, right? Like, I'm not even looking at what they're doing. Like, I look over every once in a while, make sure she's playing a song. And then I have various songs playing. Like, I'm pretty much, this is the lineup I got right here. It's just all Bard ADPS stuff. I do have some mezzes and stuff memmed, but I don't plan on using really any of those because I'm trying to do everything solo pulled. See if we can get Proclamation to go here. And I'm still tweaking the mage. I read a post on EQ Freelancer about a TOL mage, so I'm kind of it's based on that post there. But I don't have the multi-binding. It's just literally 1 through 0 is the rotation, which lines up with my dots, right? All right, let's. We got an ad. Pestilence him out there. Okay, there we go. As you can see, it's a really good AA experience when we get a kill. I was only getting like 1 per in Maiden's Eye, so this one's a little bit more than 1 per with this many in the group. And the focus I'm missing is this one. Somewhere in here, I can't remember which one it is. Yeah, Pyre of the Lost. And if we go over to the mage real quick, I can still, so from here, I can still cast his spells, right? It's just a matter of me heading him over here. And I need to summon a orb real quick, but you know, it's working out pretty well. And this is a longer, this video is probably going to be a lot longer than my normal ones, but we're, you know, imagine how long this would take if I was just playing one character, right? These mobs have an insane amount of hit points, and I have all of my type 3s, and I have almost all of my tier 3 TOL gear, except for, I think, a cloak, charm, and mask. Maybe the range one too. So I'm fairly geared. It's just hard to kill some of this stuff, right? And the healers are staying at full mana, just chain healing him. And it seems like my my pet is tanking more than the Earth Elemental, which is interesting. But yeah. All right. Let's see here. get the Swarm of Darkness. So we can Death Bloom. Now if we go over, let's turn off Taunt on my pet for right now. I want to see how the Earth Elemental does. And his name is Linner. Okay, so that's the right pet. So you can see him down here. Pretty much tanking. And I have the same pet. Go away. I have the same pet companion stuff over here, right? So mages have the same kind of defensive skills that they get for their pets as the Necromancer and stuff like that. I focused a little bit more on this character's companion's fortification, so she's almost max. And I focused on DPS when I was playing Nomeregard more. So her pet, it should tank better. Mine is pulling aggro though, which is hilarious. Even though he has, I believe those are the 2 taunting sticks, is what I gave him. I just can't remember. There we go. But I mean, what I'm gonna probably do, this video is gonna be like a 5-hour long video probably if I don't cut. So we've done the bats earlier on. We're doing the oozes now. We did what did a beetle somehow. Oh yeah, the beetle is a deliver the flesh. So I haven't done that yet, but the beetles we did kill. I don't know what the blackened limbs are, so I'll have to find what those are. But what I'll do, you know, is pretty self-explanatory. We're gonna kill mobs in this zone until we're done, and it's pretty much how it's gonna go. So what I'm gonna do is I'll cut until we're ready to start turning some of these things in, and go from there. Alrighty, kind of wanted to show where these charred terror limbs guys spawn. We're right here on the map. It says camp. Right here is the terrors marker on the goods map. Right over here is the quest mob, so it's kind of just like right down the road right there. But I've swapped out the Mercenary wizard that wasn't doing more than 60k DPS for a druid. And the druid is, I can't see it on the thing, but the druid is hitting, there we go, 100k DPS when I'm pretty much out of mana constantly. And I'm not even trying very hard at the moment, but as you can see, the mage is getting up to 200k and I'm at 325 right now. Just a matter of how hard I'm trying to push buttons. This is without any burn spells inside of the lineups right now. So the DPS, you know, we're hitting pretty good now with all these guys just doing their thing. You know, not super high numbers, but we don't have a tank. We have a pet. So definitely something to consider in your group formations, right? So, you know, it's just one of those things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up the terrors here. I need to go find the gargoyles, and I think that'll be everything. So going to get that done, but we'll be right back. Alrighty. So I'm over at the gargoyles right here on the map. See this little bridge right here? The gargoyles spawn on this island right here. It's kind of up in the air. And I think I found a really good spot to do most of the mercenary stuff from like a single location. Right here, one of the, I don't even remember what they're called. So one you need the venom for. I don't even see it. But not the beetles. So right, Fogfall lurkers. And one spawns right there, and then a beetle spawns right over there, down the way a little bit. And yeah, this is a pretty easy little spot to get to too. I ran here with my mage and just call hero to everybody to where she's standing right there, and it seemed to no aggro. And then right up the ramp right behind us is a tree, so it's kind of got like everything. If you're doing it like solo or something, you might be able to get all of them in a single go. But yeah, and I don't know. There's a few other ones that got auto completed just from killing. It's like the darknesses and stuff like that. But pulling these gargoyles is actually kind of weird, because they're up on there, and I don't think you can get up there. Maybe with the levitation you could. But yeah, and then there's another what are these called? Rockfall lurkers. I like to pull with Dispel, just so I'm not snaring them and running halfway across the zone. But yeah, this is where you kill the gargoyles, right here. I'm going to go ahead and finish up. I need 7 more. And then I think we're done. And we'll go turn in the few items we have, and I'll kind of recap everything. All right, I finally got everything everything done. Let's sort by zone here and turn these back on so we can see what we need to do. So there was 6 total, I think. 3 of them were kill quests, and I got all those done. So what we need to do is turn in the chunks of meat, the limbs, and the venom sacs. And I believe they all go to the same guy. Yep, they do. So let's go ahead and turn them in over here to this guy. There we go. And boom. And boom. So if we go here, give all those to him. And now we have completed the Mercenary of Shadow Moon Valley. We got 18 AA points for doing that. And so let's kind of recap. I'm not going to run around the zone, but the Mercenary quests, there's I think 6 of them. They come from this guy and this girl right here. The beetles can be found right here. There's 2 of the fog claw mobs right here. You can go right here, and this where it's marked as camp on. This is the goods TOL maps. You can go right here, and you'll find a lot of terrors down in this little valley right here, and you can pull them up there pretty easy. There is one roaming guy that kind of goes like this. I think is kind of his path, like somewhere around like that, and he can be problematic if you don't watch out. If you have a tank or something in your group, you're gonna be fine. But I was doing it with a pet, so it's a little different. But right here, see this little bridge right here, right above the gargoyles. This is probably one of the premium spots to camp, right in this general area right here. Right there is like a free. Nothing will aggro on you except the roamer that comes kind of like this way down here. And every time he came on, roamed on me, he was a beetle. But right here is one of those fog claws, and then right down here is a beetle, and then another beetle, and then there's a gargoyle here, gargoyle here, gargoyle here, and another gargoyle there, and then I think a roaming one somewhere in between all that. And the gargoyles do drop the bloodied Luckinite corrupted garnets. So if you're looking for those, they drop off those and the stone guys in this zone. And then the shadows and the ravens can be found like in this general area right here. You can also find ravens on this right here. So if you're doing this camp, you can pull 2 ravens right there. 2 or 3 beetles in this area, 2 or 3 beetles over in that area. I did the shadows. Where was I at? I think I did them like right around here. There was a nice spot I found with no mobs, and I was able to camp there and pull this area and pull this area within my kill speed. But there was shadows there, shades there, and some other other Raven mobs and stuff like that. So definitely, definitely a cool little spot. And we finished the Mercenary. This is probably the longest Mercenary I've done yet. Mostly because I was, you know, I'm messing around with the these other 3 characters, right? I got the Bard, the Druid, and the Mage, and using the Mage to tank everything really made things interesting. So yeah, and then adding the Druid really increased the DPS. Like her DPS, sometimes it was up, sometimes it was down. I'd have to look at all the parsings to see what her max DPS was, but it was okay. But the real benefit was she adds ADPS to the mage via the debuffs and all the stuff she does, and the mage's DPS went up by like 100k just by adding her, which the mercenary wizard was only doing like maximum 75k. So definitely no, it's worth to have a druid over in or a mercenary wizard for sure. And then I just literally have the bard on playing all the ADPS songs. Nothing, didn't even try to melee with her at all. Probably could have and gotten, you know, some more DPS out of it, but I wasn't sure how the aggro would work with the mage pet, and in some cases the necro pet, since he was tanking also. But I used 2 healer mercs and I didn't even have to look at health at all for anything. So yeah, definitely I had a fun time. Hopefully this is informative for everyone, but thank you very much for watching and have a fantastic day.